Hi parents, this is just for you. Nan's tips. Now, not to say that teachers are lazy, but what I want to talk to you about is about, I know I'm talking to Duke graduates um, who are used to doing very well and working very hard. And teaching, being with children is using a different energy. It's a different energy. You work hard, as you know now, but it's a different energy and it can be exhausting in the beginning, and it's a matter of learning how to use your energy wisely. The point is you want to use as little energy as you can, and you want them to use as much physical energy as possible. So if you can think back to the playground at TLS, right? That is the most creative play I've ever seen in my whole life. There was very little directing that teachers had to do as far as inspiring the children to play. So what I would like to suggest, TLS has said if you want to come by and take crates and wood and things like that, you can. And what I would also like to suggest is that you go on Amazon. If you have a backyard, even if you don't, if you have a room in your house, order 15 crates, your child's favorite color. Go to Home Depot and go through the wood bin of cut pieces or whatever. Get some platform stuff that they can, if they put it up on a crate, they can jump on it and it'll last for a while. It has some give to it. It won't break right away. They love that. The crates get either 2 or 4 inch wide wood, so they can build bridges. Oh my God. And if it's long and short, the longer it is, probably the better. They can build bridges all over the place. The only thing you really have to do is get it started, right? You drop the seed. You go out there, you say, we're building a bridge, get me some wood. And you just put a crate out there. They bring the wood willingly, happily. Great if it's heavy and it's big, it'll make them tired. They love it. They love it, love it. You start to build 2 or 3 pieces and then say, what do you think? All right, here you go. Right? You start to build the thing. I loved building bridges, and then I'd let it go, and then the kids would start to they just took over. So crates, and then later, when it gets cold, you can use it to stack up, and they can use it for their clothes. They can use it for shelves. Or you bring them in, you start jumping off of one. No, don't you jump. But they will know. You put something out, say, this is the water, watch out for the sharks. They'll jump off the crate. Before you know it, they've stacked it up 2, 3 high. Now you want to be safe. Maybe you say, put two crates, next to each other. They love it. And the jumping at this point, when they go high and they jump down and they hit the ground hard, that's great for them, especially the ones that tend to kind of trip and fall and not really have landed on earth yet. In Waldorf, that's fine, that's great. They're still spirit, this Waldorf, and they just don't know they're in a body yet, and they have to, watch out for gravity. So the jumping and hitting hard is really good for them. It's very grounding. They love to jump. They know about getting the crates on top of one another, but when they jump, sometimes the crates will fall because they'll push off. You just build them up again. So order about 15 crates, get different lengths of wood. They love to stand in between 2 crates on a piece of wood and jump. And if it's got some give to it, they're in heaven. Let's see, rope that you can tie in a knot. that they can hold on to. If you have 2 trees in your backyard, get the rope, put it where they can grab it or grab it up high. Put it there on the tree. Have some crates, putting some crates along the way. Make a bridge. They'll start to run on that stuff and ground themselves holding onto the rope, or they'll jump off of it. Basically those 3 things: rope, crates, different lengths of wood. Put it out in the backyard, start it, you plant the seed, and then you sit down in a chair, and your part is, wow, that was great. I knew you could do it. And then maybe you can do something else, or maybe you even just sit there and have a cup of coffee and say, that was really great. Some of them will say, oh, I need you to do it. And you say, yo, you know what? I know you can do it. Why don't you try? What would happen if you took that crate, and do you think the wood would actually go from there to there? What do you think? They'll be off. They'll take off. Oh, wow. I didn't know that could happen like that, right? So that's what I want to suggest. It's not burning yourself out. You're using a different energy. You're using a watchful energy. It's not like any class you ever took. It's not. So anyway, I just wanted to give that to you. I said before about a table, or I'll tell you what we used to. Oh, get steaks. Get steaks from the garden, or get steaks from Home Depot. One of our favorite things when I was a kid, we had a garden. We'd pull the stakes out of the garden that were supposed to be helping the plants. We'd go get my dad's hammer. We'd get some really long nails. We'd get Mom's best king-size sheets, the flat ones. We'd take them out in the yard. We'd hammer down a stake. We'd hammer down another stake. We'd put her sheet on top of it. We'd hammer a nail through that I was like in elementary school. And then we'd attach the sheets to the stake. Now, if you have rope, you can attach the rope to the top of the stake and then drape the sheet over it and then make it like a tent. Now, we would take the big long nails and we'd hammer those through the sheet into the ground. And then maybe if it rained, her sheets would get all rusty, which we weren't really concerned with. We just wanted a tent outside, or a house, or an office. So you can order cheap California King sheets, get some wooden stakes from Home Depot, get those long nails, you've probably got a hammer, and you can get the rope. And start putting stakes up. Just start it, and they will take off. Here's your office, here's your office, here's your bedroom. Put some pillows out there. Put some books out there. Let them paint the sheet, right? You're not doing it. They are. You are resting and watching. What they really want is to know that they're being watched with loving eyes. You don't need to exhaust yourself. All right? So that was what I wanted to say about that. It might be a little loud in the house, but the point is you want them to tire themselves out. They have some crates in their playroom and they stack them up three high, and they're jumping into the water, which is the carpet. You're going to hear some thumping, but you know what? They're getting tired, and maybe they'll go to bed. Right? And you're not. So, and then here's a different thing. I was thinking about this when I was running tonight, about this time we're in. Total suggestion. It has 3 parts. I love Christopher Robin, and I love Eeyore. And there's the thing of the Tao of Pooh. Eeyore's pretty much always figures nothing is ever going to change. Nothing is ever going to go right. It's a mistake that he was invited to a party. Nobody likes him. That kind of thinking, right? That's closed. It's pretty hard to get Eeyore to change. But with this time that we're in, if your mind, figure out what are you saying to yourself during this? Is it, this is never going to change. This is horrible. This will never work. We're all stuck forever. Da da da. Okay, that's pretty much, if that's what you're thinking, that's what you're going to see around you. That's your perspective. That's what you're going to see. The only thing that could shift there, that you could shift, is looking for hope. You don't have to have the answer, but just, I hope this changes. And then look for the hope, right? It's 3 parts. Please help me. Like little kids say, teacher, please help me. The second part is look for evidence. It can be anything. I remember seeing a piece of grass growing out of the cement in New York City. That counted. I said, thank you. Thank you. That gave me hope. How did that little piece of grass grow out of the cement on 57th Street with all these people, right? So the one piece is asking for help. Please help me. Know what that voice is saying, and then you want to shift it. If it's negative or full of fear, you want to shift that to something else. If you don't know what the other is, that's fine. You just say, please help me. Whoever, whatever. Doesn't matter. But when you say, please help me, something opens within you. Something opens. Please help me. And then look for the evidence. Don't say, please help me, and then, oh, it's all going to be just terrible. It's just, no. Ask for help. Please help me. And then look, have hope. Look for, even if it's looking in the sky and seeing a beautiful cloud or a rainbow, or you happen to look at your child and they're smiling at you. They've got the love in their eyes. That counts, right? You eat something and it tastes good. That counts. I'll take anything. And the third part is saying thank you, is appreciating a little tiny piece of grass growing out of the cement. Thank you. If you start to do that, ask for, shift, be aware of what you're saying in there. Shift to hope, light, whatever you want to call it. Look for it. And then anything counts. And say thank you. It's the 3 pieces. Here's another one. Smile. Look at your child and just smile. If you haven't done it in a while, they're going to be a little confused. But just smile. Something changes in your brain when you smile. Something changes. When your child sees you with a smile on their face, they shift. They shift. So my story was, my voice was always, I can't do it. I can't do it. Anything new, start a new class, I can't do it. I can't do it. Anything, I can't do it. Move, new job, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was Eeyore. My favorite story is The Little Train That Could. That's probably not the name of the book, but I love that story. The Little Train That Could. It was supposed to get up over that mountain, and it broke down, and everybody started crying, right? Except that frigging clown. That frigging clown was always, oh, another train will come. We'll get over that mountain. Here comes another train. Let's ask that train. And to me, that little clown was hope. Was hope. And then everybody get on the train and they'd be, oh, okay, all right. Here comes the next train. You know, we've got to get over the mountain and give all the children their food and their toys. Please help us. Well, they got turned down 3 times and everybody started crying, right? One train was too good for everybody. I'm not going to pull the likes of you. You know, one was too old. I can't do it. And that was the voice. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And the whole train got sad. Oh, no, they all cried. And then that clown, that's all right. There's another train. Here, let's ask them, right? And who ends up helping them in the end? A little blue, they said she, train that had never been over the mountain before, ever. But she thought about it and she said, well, I think I can. I think I can. They hitched up. She started to turn her wheels. This little train had never been up over the mountain. But she wanted to help. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. She gets to the top. She goes down the mountain. I knew I could. 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 So we could all be the little train that could, right? That's my pep talk. That's my pep talk. Anytime you want to talk, I'm here. I love you guys. I believe in you. It's a shift. It's a shift. Nothing is forever. It's a shift. There's always light and there's always dark. And it depends on where I choose to focus. I don't have to have the answer. I just have to take the next step forward and ask for help. And when I get it, which I always have, I say thank you. And then I take the next step. So I am here. I love you. I love your children. We're starting the FaceTime. I'm thinking the break icebreaker is tell them it's show and tell with Nan, because they all loved show and tell. And then we'll just take off from there. I had 3 today. It was wonderful. My day was fabulous. I ran more than I've ever run in my life after those talks. I was so happy. Anyway, I love you guys, and we can do this. All right, take care.